Are you living authentically, or are you just existing the way society wants you to live? Have you ever wondered what you are running for, or why you feel exhausted and empty every day, even though you have everything that everyone else desires? Money, fame, career, do all of those things really make you happy? Or are they just illusions that you are deceiving yourself with? If you feel these questions are making you think, then maybe it's time for you to change. Stop living a life that you don't really control. Stop pleasing others and start finding your own happiness. Do you dare to face the truth that happiness is not at the end of the long road that society draws, but right in the moments you are missing every day? If you dare to face it, if you dare to seek an authentic life, then follow our channel. We will not only tell you what you want to hear, but also challenge you to look at yourself, to break the rut, and step into a life of meaning and freedom. Click to register now, if you dare to face the truth and are ready to change. Dear friend, there are times when you will be startled and stop and ask yourself, what am I living for? Or do you just let life flow by, letting the whirlpool of time, money, and fame take you away? Do you think that happiness will come when you achieve everything that society paints for you? But when the night falls, when you are alone in a quiet room, do you really feel at peace? Or is it just a feeling of emptiness and fatigue that surrounds you? And I used to be like you, thinking that happiness must be measured by money, fame, having to prove to others what I have achieved. But then when I looked back, I realized that all of those things were just illusions. We are always struggling in the vicious circle of expectations from others, of standards that society imposes on us. But have you ever wondered, do all those things really bring you happiness? Or are they just sweet traps that make us forget the true value of life? Dare to ask yourself questions. Dare to look straight at the truth. Dare to change. Because true happiness is not something that can be bought with money or fame. It lies in the way you live, in the simple things that you often ignore. Do you have the courage to change and live a truly meaningful life? Or will you continue to get lost in the illusion of life? The decision is yours, but don't forget that this life is only one, and only you know how you need to live. The Stoic philosophy, which Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors of Rome, pursued, helped me find the answer. Marcus Aurelius said, "Your happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts." This means that happiness does not come from what you own, from how you perceive and feel about life. You can have a lot of wealth, have a high position, but if your soul is always insecure, never feels satisfied, then is that happiness? I remember a time when I threw myself into work with the desire to have it all. Successful career, a beautiful house, wide social relationships. But after achieving those things, I still felt like I was lacking some. I began to realize that the more I had, the more I worried, afraid that one day I would lose everything. Living in that anxiety and fear, I wondered if that was a life worth living? Seneca, famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Nothing brings you more peace than letting go of the unnecessary." I tried letting go, trying to give up the things that I thought I couldn't live without. At first, it wasn't easy, because in my mind, those things had become a part of me. But as I gradually learned to let go, I realized that my soul felt lighter, and I began to feel true peace. Modern life often makes us think that to be happy, we need a lot of money, a lot of fame. Have you ever wondered if that's what you really need? I used to race against time, trying to make a lot of money, only to realize that the more I had, the more I felt deprived. This feeling of deprivation was not a lack of material things, but a lack of spirit. I spent too much time pursuing things that society considered important, forgetting the things that were truly important to me. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once taught, "A wise man is one who knows how to distinguish between the things he can control and the things he cannot control." This teaching helped me look back at my life. I realized that there were things beyond my control, and trying to control them only made me more tired. I started focusing on what I could control, like how I thought, how I felt about life. I no longer let what other people thought affect my life. I lived for myself, living to find peace of mind. People who live simply do not need to show off, do not need to compete with anyone. They know enough, They know how to enjoy every precious moment with family and friends. They may not have a new car, a fancy house, but they have peace of mind. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to have a happy life. It all lies in your own way of thinking." I have learned to live simply, no longer chasing after what society imposes. I have learned to appreciate what I have and find happiness in the simplest thing. But do you dare to live simply? Dare to give up the things that you have worked so hard to achieve? Dare to face criticism and judgment from society? Dare to live a simple but meaningful life. Dare to find happiness from the little things around you. Remember, true happiness does not come from external things, but from your own soul. You can choose to live a complicated life, full of pressure and stress, or you can choose to live simply, gently, and happily. The choice is in your hands. Life is yours. Happiness is yours. Don't let external things control your life. Be brave to live the life you truly desire. Be brave to find happiness in simplicity, in the things you are missing. I have learned to live simply, but that does not mean that I have given up all my ambitions or goals in life. On the contrary, I have learned to strive hard, set realistic goals, and achieve what I want, but always know how to balance work and life. This is not easy, and sometimes I feel tired, but every time I feel like that, I remember the teaching of Epictetus. The wise man does not expect happiness from outside, but seeks it within himself. I have learned to find happiness from within, learn to listen to myself, take care of myself. I no longer let what other people think affect my life. I no longer chase after goals that are not really important. I live for myself, for my family, for the people I love. I have learned to balance work and life between personal goals and responsibilities to family, parents, and social relationships. Balance is very important. You can strive for your best to achieve success in life, but if you do not know how to balance, you will easily fall into a feeling of fatigue and exhaustion. I used to be like that. I used to think that as long as I achieved my goals, I would be happy. But I was wrong. Happiness does not come from whether you achieve your goals or not, but from the way you live, the way you feel about life. Set goals for yourself. Strive for your best, but don't forget to balance your life. Spend time for yourself, for your family, for the people you love. Don't let work or personal goals take up all your time. Live simply. Appreciate what you have, and you will find true happiness. I used to think that I needed to work hard, earn a lot of money, and achieve a lot of success to be happy. But I was wrong. Happiness does not come from how much money you have, how much success you have, but from the way you live, from the peaceful moments with your loved ones. I have learned to live simply, learn to cherish the moments with my family and friends. I have learned to listen to myself, learn to love, and take care of myself. I no longer let what other people think affect my life. I live for myself, live to find peace of mind. Remember, happiness is not too far away. It is always right next to you. You just need to know how to recognize and grasp it. You don't need a lot of money, power, or fame to be happy. You just need to know how to appreciate what you have. And when you do that, you will realize that happiness is not a distant destination, but a journey that you have been going through every day. True happiness does not lie in what others see or judge about you, but in how you feel and live your life. I have witnessed people around me living under the pressure of achieving the standards imposed by society. They rushed into the race to make money, to seek fame, and they had it all. Or at least everything that others could admire. But ironically, when I looked into their eyes, I saw fatigue, emptiness, and sometimes loneliness. They missed out on precious moments with their families, the simple but meaningful moments that life had given them. They forgot that seemingly small things are the foundation of lasting happiness. In my life, I have learned to slow down, to enjoy the simple but precious things that I used to ignore. A warm family meal, small stories but full of laughter, walks with friends under shady trees. These things, seemingly very simple, are an endless source of energy that helps me overcome all difficulties in life. I have learned to listen to myself, understand and accept my weaknesses. I no longer force myself to achieve what others expect, but I set realistic goals that are in line with my abilities and values. Those goals not only help me progress, but also help me maintain a balance between work and life. balance is the key to happiness. I realize that no amount of success or fame can compensate for the loss of time spent with family and for myself. I understand that striving to achieve what I want is important, but what is more important is knowing when to stop, knowing when to return to core values, values that no material or fame can replace. I remember the days when I spent all my time on work, neglecting the important relationships in my life. I used to think that I could make up for it after achieving success. When I looked back, I realized that I had missed so much. I lost the opportunity to create memorable memories with my loved ones, missed moments that could never come back. That was a valuable lesson that I had to pay for with loneliness and emptiness. So I call on you to slow down, spend time on the things that really matter. Don't let life sweep you away. Don't let the goals out there dominate all your time and energy. Live for true values, for your family, for the people you love. Cherish every moment that life gives you, because they can never come back. Happiness is not about how much you achieve, but how you live with what you have. You can achieve all the success in life, but if you don't know how to live fully, you will never feel satisfied. Living simply, slowing down, does not mean giving up your ambitions or goals. It means you know how to balance, love, and take care of yourself. I have also learned how to take care of myself properly. In the past, I often ignored my mental and physical health, considering it secondary when facing the pressures of work and life. But now, I understand that without health, without peace of mind, everything you achieve out there becomes meaningless. Taking care of yourself is not just about eating well, but also about spending time for your soul, for your own hobbies and passions. It can be a quiet afternoon with a favorite book, a short trip to immerse yourself in nature, or simply peaceful moments when you listen to yourself. Family is also an indispensable part of a happy life. For me, family is where I find comfort, encouragement, and also where I learn valuable lessons about life. Time spent with family is not only an obligation, but also a joy, a source of energy that helps me overcome challenges out there. In difficult times, just seeing the smiles of my loved ones, hearing words of encouragement from my parents, I feel like I can overcome any challenge. Family is where I find balance, where I can return after long, tiring days, where I am always loved and accepted no matter what happens out there. For me, social relationships also play an important role in maintaining happiness. Friends and colleagues, those who share joys and sorrows with me and overcome difficulties together, are the ones who have helped me become more resilient, stronger. I realize that in life, we cannot survive alone. We need relationships to feel connected, supported, and loved. But these relationships also need to be nurtured and cherished. You need to spend time building and maintaining them, to listen and share with those around you. Don't let work or daily worries make you forget the value of these relationships. My experiences have helped me realize that life is not only about what you achieve, but also how you live with what you have. I used to race against time, with fame, with the goals that I thought I had to achieve. But now, I understand that the most important thing in life is knowing how to balance, knowing how to live fully with your true values. I want you to realize this too. I want you to understand that happiness is not at the end of the road, but right on the road you are on. You don't have to wait until you achieve something to feel happy. You can live happily right now, right in the simplest things around you. Strive hard, set goals for yourself, but don't forget to balance your life. Live for true values, for yourself, for your family, for the people you love. Live simply, but meaningfully. Live so that every day that passes, you can smile and say, I have lived a happy life. And finally, I want you to remember that happiness is not too far away. It is always right next to you. You just need to know how to recognize and grasp it. You don't need a lot of money, power, or fame to be happy. You just need to know enough to appreciate what you have. Live a simple but fulfilling life. Live so that every day is memorable, every moment is precious, and every minute is filled with happiness. Live life to the fullest, but don't forget to balance so that happiness is not just a distant dream, but a reality you are holding in your hand. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you find the content useful, please leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Do you know anything about Stoicism or have any experiences you would like to share? We look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next interesting videos. I would like to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to all of you for your wonderful support and encouragement. Your continuous support has made me feel truly grateful and motivated me every day. I cannot express enough how important your support has been to me and how it has helped me overcome many difficulties. I am so appreciative and grateful that you have always been such loyal and amazing viewers. Thank you all for always being there for me and cheering me on endlessly.